Ready?
Yes.
Alright. Chapter 4. I go to Hades. We all ate Amberosa. Mine tasted like kissing Nico's lips.
She totally knows what that tastes
Yeah,
like.
because she's tasted that before. First, I felt bad because I was cheating on Luke. Except he was dead, so it wasn't like real cheating. Then I polished Agamemnon until I could see my eyes in the reflect. Where should I look for Artemis? I asked Nico and Albaster.
She is not in Olympus. She never goes on her throne, except a little.
Said Albaster.
Mostly she hunts in the wild. What if she is into Underworld?
Said Nico.
We can't go there.
Said Albaster.
I am from Hades. I can.
Yelled Nico. He raised his sword and hit the ground with his iron sword, and it splitted open wide, a dark crack. Hot breeze and a burned smell came from the crack.
That's the fire and ashes from Tartarus.
Nico explained. Sorry.
Why does he have an iron sword?
I know, I thought it was Sitkian. Nico explained us. I jumped down the deep crack, and so did Nico and Albaster. Albaster did magic to make us land safe on the other side of the dead river, so Cerebus was on the other side of us, and we didn't have to go by him. The dead were flying around us like ghosts, but I cut at them with Agamemnon, and they flew away, scared by the bright sliver blade. I saw the ghost that was the rapist from NYC City, so I flipped him off. In ahead of us was Hades's palace, a shiny black palace. No shit. With pillars and iron stairs in the front. There were skeleton guards, but Nico chopped them up with his iron sword, and we run up the stairs to Hades's throne room. He was sitting down on a throne made from dead people parts, and his smoke and his robes were black and also made from dead people ghosts. He looked kind of like Johnny Depp, super pale. But he had black hair and a ponytail and a little eyeliner, but not too much, 'cause he isn't gay. Persephone! I can't get over that. Okay. Persephone was sitting next to him. She had pale makeup and dark red lipstick and black eyeshadow with long eyelashes. Her hair was black, and she cut it short and had a little bit of red dyed on the ends on a few hairs, and red nail polish on one hand and black nail polish on the other hand. She was wearing a gown made of black lace with a spiky collar, like Gothic, 'cause she was the goddess of death!
No, she's not.
No, she's not! She's the goddess of spring!
What do you want, puny demigods?
Diem gods,
Diem gods?
said Hades.
Yeah.
Have you kidnapped Artemis? I yelled.
Artemis? No. Although she is hot.
Said Hades. Persephone shouted.
Are you cheating on me, you manhole?
Calm down, bitch.
Said Hades quickly.
I cheated on Nico's mom, too.
Magic colored red and purple shot from Persephone's fingers and eyes.
This is Nico here. I will destroy him and the other demigods.
But Hades handcuffed her with some handcuffs he had in his pocket and put a gag on her mouth so she couldn't do a curse.
I can tell you're Artemis' daughter.
Hades told to me.
You're hot, too.
Yeah, well, I'm not legal, I said. I'm 15. Even though I was 14 in the last chapter. Hades gave me a magic locket that turned into a whip when I talked in Greek. He also gave Nico a shiny black otter box signed by dead bands with autographs.
This is for you, son.
He said to Nico. Wait, Hades gave her the locket? I'm pretty sure later on it says Albaster gave her the locket. Because I've been reading.
Thinking too much into this.
Hey, do I get something?
Said Albaster.
No, because you're the bastard son of Hecate.
Said Hades. He gave us a shiny black 3-people-sized motorcycle with silver and white flame stickers so we could use it and fly out from the underworld. I want to see Luke, I told Hades, but he shook his head.
He's in the Elysium. You can only go there if you're dead.
I cried, but I knew Hades told the truth. Will you give him message?
Nah.
Said Hades.
when you're a hero and get killed, you give him a message yourself. In the Elysium!
I sat on the motorcycle behind Nico and held on to his waist. I could feel his muscle abs. Albaster sat behind me and held around my waist. His hands were strong and pale. I thought of Artemis chose. If I picked immorality, Nico and Albaster would be dead to me like Luke, even if they would still be alive. Also, if I lived forever, I would never die, so I would never see Luke in Elysium. We flew the motorcycle over the punishment field where people were getting tortured. One guy, Tantalus, was trying to eat, but the food disappeared. Another guy was chained up in a rock, and snake acid dropped on him. I smiled 'cause I saw Brittany there. She was chained to a giant coach purse for eternity for tormenting me,
Can we rescue them?
said Albaster. Nico shook his head.
It is the judgment of the gods.
The
There's nothing we
judgment.
can do.
The judgment.
Judgment of the gods. There's nothing we can do.
I knew Nico was saying the truth. I knew if I lived forever, there was no chance I'd go to the punishment. It's too hard chose, I thought. I'll pick it later. But we saw Tartarus. It was a black hole where mist came out, and I knew all the dead monsters were in there, getting formed back together and twice as deadly. We flew away from Underworld until we were back in the forest. I gave my whip a name. I called it Telemachus. Then I put it around my neck, but I made it a locket first. It matched my Atees! With my locket on, Albaster couldn't take his eyes off me.
You're beautiful, Flavia.
I kicked him in the stomach with both feet slammed into him, and I turned Telemachus into a whip. Am not your gift, Ock, so stop acting like I am,
Yeah,
said Nico.
leave her alone.
Albaster said a swear word and got on his feet. He looked like he wanted to kill Nico. I knew someday they would fight over me, maybe to the death. I realized at that moment my beautiful was a curse from Artemis, so I would be a virgin goddess like her. But then Nico put his iPod on and played some My Chemical Romance random playlist, and he said flirtly.
Hey girl, wanna dance?
Sure, I said, and we danced in the glow from the moon, and I felt Artemis was looking down and did not like what she saw. But we got lost in the music, and I winded my whip around Nico when we danced like a black snake.
Good lord.
Oh, it's so beautiful. All right.